Okay, so let's redo this dirt markings because this looks lame. So at black mask, I'll just use a custom mask, and let's go to gloss, make sure it's everywhere lit. Okay, so I want to go with 100% curvature, go with cavities. All right, let's go into diffuse channel. Yeah, see, this works much better. Turn off all of these guys, just leave soft and fine. I guess like this. Yeah, this looks much better. And on top of that, I want to add a texture. And let's turn it on, texture opacity, and drop into texture some kind of grunge. So let's pick any type. Let's do this. Okay, let's turn on the mask to see the result. Let's go to the texture options, turn on the contrast, scale it up, scale it down. Yeah, something like that. Let's go with the levels. Not that far. Okay, no need for levels. Let's turn global balance. Okay. I don't like the texture. I guess that's the problem. Let's replace the texture with this guy. Or I think I can use something noisy like this. I think that would be better, yeah. The mask, at least the mask looks nice. Looks better at least. Okay. Sort of like this. And actually I want something just around the letters, but not the background. And turn off the texture by half, like this. Yeah, this is what I was searching for. I think I can go in with levels. Mask out that part. Yeah. Yes, this looks much better. And I think I even going to leave the rest. Not going to mask out the whole thing. It's quite nice. Yeah. Okay, so now I think I want to do something like this. You see this dirty area right there? in the cavities. So let's do some sort of like this, but much stronger in certain areas. Yeah, this thing does exactly what I wanted. Okay, let's create a new layer, call it dirt, not girt, but dirt. All right, black mask, and generator. Let's do a manual mask. So let's crank up the curvature, set to cavities. And also let's crank up the ambient occlusion, set it to screen, or no, or overlay. Yeah, it does something. Okay, so now let's add a fill and the same level here and set it to subtract like this. You can see it creates this kind of, it cuts off this fill out of the generator. This is what it basically does. And I want to scale it up, make it more noisy. And let's add some levels. Some kind of like that. All right. And let's leave only diffuse. And let's use some kind of custom material. Let's type in dirt. I have those Quixel materials. Let's try something like this. Turn up normals, height, scale it up. Let's go into diffuse and see how it looks. Let's change the color. Let's go with the darker one. I wonder if there will be any difference if I use a standard material. For, let's pick random. Okay, let's just delete the material. Turn diffuse to overlay and just crank it down. But not that much. Somewhere there. Turn everything off except diffuse and gloss. Crank down the glossiness. Guess we can go darker with the diffuse. Okay, so this material should be more complex. Let's create a folder for that. Let's call it dirt, and let's copy mask, add black mask, paste into mask right there. This one, just delete this mask and drop it into folder right there. Set diffuse to overlay like so. And now let's, as you can see here, we have like different types of diffuse material. I mean, like diffuse information. We have brighter, darker, different types. So let's use this guy. Let's duplicate it and add a black mask. No, remove mask. Let's make it some kind of color. For example, this. Now add black mask, add a fill, go to procedurals, and let's add some kind of noise. And let's see if it actually makes any sense. Let's crank up the contrast of this thing. Well, it actually does. Just need to scale it down. Yeah. Yep, this looks much better. Now we have two tones. Let's just adjust this one. Make it not that bright. Kinda more desaturated. Some sort of like that. Okay, and now what I want to do, I don't want this thing be all over the place, so just do this trick again with paint layer. Just add on top of that. Yeah, it works. I want this information be in certain areas, not everywhere, for sure. In the deepest like grooves. Turn on the opacity to much lower value. Let's go to this part here. Let's add some of this stuff here. There's definitely going to be this kind of thing right there. Over here as well. This should be there for sure. Okay. Guess it might be somewhere there, but not that much, just a bit. Or no. How about we add it here? Not that much. There's one thing left that is missing. Let's duplicate this guy here, call it dirt markings stronger. And crank it up a bit. And turn off the texture. Like so. Or even more. Yeah. Okay, so as for this one, I don't want this one to be all over the place as well. So let's do this trick with multiply. Right. Kind of be there. And all over here. There's definitely some dirt between those cavities, so I want it to be this thing there. Like so. Can bet this is quite a dirty place. And I guess here more. All right. So, okay, now let's go back to the dirt and take it off over here. Not completely, but partially on a low flow level, like so. Yep. It's kind of too grainy for me there, but how about we add some here? No. That's too much. Or is it? Let's just add some of it. Not too much, but just a bit. And put it in random places, not all over the place. Like there. I guess I could add some here. Like so. Right, let's go to the diffuse map and see how is the things going here. Pretty nice. I don't like this part over here, it's too bright, even on a diffuse. So let's go and where is it? Where edges? Yep, this one. Let's turn it down just a bit. Like that. Yep. And let's add some more. Over here. This color variation over there. Oh, it's there. Okay. Okay, so the plastic comes to much better view. So let's check on the reference what else can be done here before we go into unique markings. I guess I could go and do more glossy part right here. So let's find this thing. Come on, where is it? More gloss. Yeah, that's it. Let's go to brush and add some more gloss over here. Like so. Yep, and here as well. Okay, so one more thing I guess should be done with this dirt mask right there. I think it's kind of too rainy. Whoa. Okay, let's replace it or change the scale. Or keep it like this, but let's duplicate this guy, call it dirt sharp, and the guy underneath it is going to be dirt blurred. So with all of this, let's add a blur on top of this guy and see how it's gonna change this stuff. So there's like beneath that there's another layer of blurred dirt, so not that blurry. And let's place levels. It's too blurry. That's a bit too much. So let's crank it down on a diffuse. Still not sure if it's a good idea or not. Kind of look okay on the certain places, but it's not looking good on the other. Okay, let's delete this blurred version and just add a paint layer on top of that on a low flow, just make the transition a bit smoother like this, so it's not going to be that sharp because it's too sharp for me. Like that. Yep. Like so. There's also a thing I want to do with grain. Let's add a diffuse on top of that. And see if it can do any change. Somehow it does not. Okay, let's save it. Okay, I know what still is need to be done. I need a grainy color variation, as you can see it on here. I do aware that is like a result of the bad quality of the picture, so you can see that colors, that's because of the picture, but there's still a ton of different variation over here going on. So the diffuse map is too clean and it's too like too soft. When you turn to the material, you can see that grain, but that grain does not give you any color information, it just goes on the normal. So I want to make it doing some color as well. So in order to do that, I just create a new layer right there. Yep, leave everything except diffuse. I mean, turn off everything except diffuse. And add a black mask. And let's drop a procedural. Like, I need small grain. Really small one. Let's use this guy here. Add a fill. Like so. Yes, and now let's get the scale. Proper scale and levels. Yeah. Something like this. Now turn diffuse to overlay and drop this like this. Now it does a bit better. Now you see this variation on diffuse, and let's see if it does what I need. How about we do it lighter? Yeah, I guess it works when it's lighter. Yeah, that's much better. The color is not that monotone now. It gives you more variation. So the plastic is quite tricky material because it looks the same all the way. It's pretty like stable, you know, and same everywhere. But still you have to figure something out to make it look more interesting. Whoa, that's too much over here. That's too much. let's find this layer. Yeah, it's there. And crank that down for a bit. Again. Yep, like this. Okay, let's save it and check it out in Marmoset, how it's gonna look like. Let's export it. Okay. So let's see. I really like this transition right there. You can actually see the color difference, but it looks nice. But it's kind of too much at this place. It looks really cool on this color, actually, you know, right there. It does not look over the top, though it's much brighter than here. That's because of the color, maybe. But I can definitely say it's too much over here. And I guess I don't like the grip. I think it should be shinier. Some sort of. Yeah, you see, this one is a bit used, and this grip, it's actually lighter. However, this is not everywhere. I don't know, let's try do this lighter. So far so good. This looks pretty nice. We're pretty close to end up a base material for the plastic and then go into details. But so far so good. Let's go back to substance and fix this part right there. No, not this one. Come on, where is it? Color, yeah, this is it. So paint it out like so. Yep. Okay, now let's go back to the folder. Not this one, but grip darkening. Nothing happened. Okay. Yeah, it's the glossiness. Okay, let's add a new layer. No, not and not duplicate, but add a new layer. And somehow it messes up. Does not indicate a thing. Why so? Because the color is on overlay. Yeah. Let's add a black mask generator. Standard generator. Curvature to 1. Select edges. Yeah. Exactly. But let's just blur it just for a bit. So that's it's not going to pop that much. It's too contrasty. Yeah. That what I was going to say. I was searching the word for it. Oh, it's already the maximum. Yeah, I think it's better like this. You know what? I think I want to change the base color for this one because this color variation looks much better on this one, and I think I just need this. So base color 2 is this one guy. And what I want to do now, come on, why it's not shown here? Specular diffuse. Yeah. So this is what I'm going to do. Pick this color right there. And this guy on the mag is going to be slightly darker, like this. Yeah. Yeah, now the color variation looks better, I think. This color is much better. The previous one had like a tiny bit of greenish. This is one completely yellow, so. And the magazine is just a bit darker. Let's check it out in Marmoset. All right, let's export it. Yeah, I think it's definitely much better. And I think I need to add some dirt over here. I missed this part. Well, as for the base material, this starts to look nice. Nothing too special, just like a plain plastic material, though it's subtle, but it's already quite interesting. All right. So let's go to the mag and add some here. So dirt markings. It's already applied. Dirt markings stronger. This should be here. Right there, yeah. Exactly. Like so. Okay. So, okay, what else we can do here? I think I want to do some kind of a fat gradient like this right here. And I guess a bit more glossy variation. You can see that dark spot over there and this kind of thing. I guess it's because of different gloss. And more gradient towards the edge. So I have this guy over here sideways. Come on, where is it? Right there. It's too flat, though there is a different kind of nice variation actually, but it's not that seen, you know. I want to make it stand out more. I guess it's somewhere. I was creating a material exactly for this guy. Where edges? Where edges mag? Yes. Let's turn diffuse even higher to make this thing stand out more. Yeah. Yeah, it's a cool way to compare this to this. This actually looks quite similar. We have the same edge right there. We have color variation, reddish color. And the only thing missing is that we even have those tiny spots right there, like white colored. I think I could increase those, make those a bit stronger and bigger. But what is missing is this glossy spots, like tiny spots right there, right there. I do need those guys. So though it did what it should be done with the black, it did too much on here. I want to add some paint layer and decrease that on the brownish part, like so. Yep. So let's go to the gloss. Yeah, as you can see, there are some differences in gloss, but not that strong, and they are darker. I want to do some brighter ones. So let's go to, there should be this gloss variation I did before. Yeah, this is it. Let's duplicate it. It multiplied. Yeah, it's time to do those, but not darker, but brighter. Yeah, like that. And just rotate so that it's not matching up with the previous one. Now it's too bright, of course. Yeah, now you see those spots popping out because the gloss stands out a bit more. You can turn on and off this thing to see any difference, and there actually is a difference. Let's see if it works with the whole gun. I guess it's kind of nice. It's kind of nice, so I think I will keep it. The gloss map is really bright right now. And I don't think I do like these guys over there. They're too much. Let's find this folder. Grip darkening. Nope. Dirt sharp. Yep, this is it. And turn it down just a bit. Like so. This one as well. Right there. Dirt. Guess I want to make this stronger. Yeah, like so. Let's double check the reference again, if we can add something more on top of that. Okay, I think I want to go into details now. Let's add that heavy wear right at this point. So let's go and create a layer and call it heavy wear, and start off with a generator, this kind of generator. Turn it on like really much. Now let's change the scale of grunge to something more good looking. And that's too much. And that's too much as well. Okay, let's try this one right there. Now let's add paint layer, multiply onto it, and let's do only this area. Like that. And let's just leave some nice looking mask. Let's go. No, for now, let's just mask out everything that is not needed. Like kind of so. I will add some custom stuff on top of that. Like this. Now let's add a paint layer and drop some custom alpha action onto it. Let's see how it's gonna look like. So you will find my alphas in a project directory. You can use those. This one is not mine. This is by default one. However, it's kind of not bad looking. Yeah, this looks nice. Though we should be careful because there's a seam right there. And it should look nice from both angles. Right there. And let's do something more. Let's try out something like this. Now let's do the eraser tool and erase everything that is not there. I think I should continue this thing on here, but not too much, just some part of it. Make a nice transition, soft and subtle transition between these guys. Like so. Okay, I keep it white just to make it look more visible, so that I could actually do some kind of change here and see what I'm doing here. Okay, now let's try to do actually some stuff. Turn up the diffuse. I also would like to disable normal maps of the grain. Turn it to normal, like that. It's kind of nice over there, but it's too much over here for me. And normal, let's set it to half of that, or 80%. Yeah. Or we could go to diffuse and crank it down a bit. Or no, let's crank it up again. I like it right there, but there's too much of it right here. So I guess I can do just like this. Yeah. And not that bright. Like this. Yeah, this looks neat. I like it. Subtle and nice. Not that much of like this, but still not bad. So also, I think I want to do something similar to this. And I think it's going to be somewhere here and here, as this area could be scratched or something. I also think that this heavy wear thing could be less glossy. Like that. Yeah, I think this is it. However, the scratches would be more, let's try it more glossy. I'm not sure which one is better. Okay, let's stick to the not glossy one for now. Now let's do glossy scratches. Add a black mask, add paint, and let's use the alpha. I had one nice with scratchings. Nope. Okay, let's do this one. Go into brush. Turn off the position, size, and back face. Go into diffuse. Angle, turn off the angle so that you could manually place this guy. Not sure about this one. Let's try this. Yeah, I think this is the one. Right there, and something like that. Yeah. Okay, now let's just cut everything that is going too far. So now turn on the angle and just clean it up. Leave only those areas that you really need. And I like to use heavy eraser brush. Let's go here and fix it right there. I don't need it right there. I don't need it as well here, like that. Okay, so as you can see, there's missing on this part. Let's fix that and add some there. Okay, let's see if it's gonna look nice the way it is now. Pretty sure not enough, but okay, let's go crank up the glossiness, turn off the normal, why it's not right, turn on the channel, and bring up diffuse just a bit, overlay just a bit. Yeah, I really like this area right there. There's too much over here. I need to fix that. Yeah. Okay, let's see the whole gun. Hope it's not too much. You can see it goes over this scratch. I think I have to fix that. That's too much. Random bumps. This one. Let's turn it off with the black paint. Brushes. Where's my cement? Come on. Yeah. There. Turn it black like this, and here. Okay. One last thing. I want to actually give this a bit height. Just a bit. Yeah. Like this. Yeah, this looks kind of neat. I really like it. Not too much, but not too little. Let's save it and drop to Marmoset and see how it's gonna look like. Right, and it looks cool. It looks really nice. I think I should do this thing glossy as well to support the idea of those scratches so that everything could look quite logical. Because right now this looks weird. This is not glossy, though this scratch is glossy. Yeah, let's do that. Aliware. Yep. And I think I should add some more height as well. Really not much, really. 0.05, so that you barely see the difference. Okay, let's export it, see how it looks. Okay. Yeah, I think it looks better. I think it looks better. There is some action going on in here. This is not that dull anymore. This looks cool. The problem areas for me for now are this place over here. It's too boring. This here, and I guess just a bit a bit of this one here. Though the rest is quite nice. And I think it's too much for the gloss. I think I should turn it down a bit on here and here. That's too much. It looks nice in here, but this here is too much. Let's go in Substance and go to that gloss variation. Yeah, this one. Gloss variation light, let's call it. Add some paint layer. And yeah, that's it. And turn it down right here. Right, on the paint layer. Right there, yeah. And here. And here. And a bit of here. Like that. Yeah. And I think I want to go back and return some color variation right here, because now we have a different color. I think it's going to look better. Color variation here. Yeah. Let's go and select an eraser and erase this mask there. And let's keep it like this. Turn on material. Okay, yeah, the gloss variation here now looks better. It gives you that contrast. It goes different ways here, but here it's more flat, so it's not like generically same everywhere. Let's save this thing and send it back to Marmoset and see how it's gonna look like. Right, export it. Okay. Yeah, you see this? That's too much gloss over there. Too generic. Now it disappeared. And Marmoset started to freezing. Somehow it happens when you upload your substance. I just go to this mode that turns off every special effect and it starts to work fast, but also it looks shitty. But if you turn that thing back on, it still freezes. I don't know why. So anyway, the gloss looks better here and here and here as well. And I think I would, no, it's fine. The color variation is also with this color, it looks much better right there. And so let's continue doing some stuff with plastic.